Listen closely. What if I told you that while you're sitting in your favorite chair right now, you could be doing something more powerful for your health than a 30-minute walk around the block? Sounds impossible, right? But here's the truth that surgeons and physical therapists don't want you to miss. There's one chair exercise that's revolutionizing senior fitness, and it's so effective that medical professionals are calling it the sitting miracle for anyone over 60. This isn't about giving up walking. It's about discovering something that might work even better for your specific needs. Why this changes everything. Let's be honest. If you're over 60, you've probably heard it a million times. You need to walk more. And yes, walking is fantastic. But here's what nobody talks about. What happens when walking becomes difficult? What about painful knees? What about balance issues that make you nervous about falling? What about those days when the weather is terrible, or you're recovering from surgery, or you just don't have the energy for a full walk? This is where our chair exercise comes in, and I'm going to explain exactly why it's not just good. It's actually better than walking for many seniors in specific important ways. Before we dive in, let me be clear. I'm not saying you should never walk again. Walking is wonderful, but this chair exercise gives you something equally powerful and in some cases even more beneficial. It's called seated marching with upper body integration, and by the time you finish reading this, you'll understand exactly why surgeons are recommending it to their patients over traditional walking routines. The problem with walking that nobody mentions. Walking is often called the perfect exercise, and for good reason. It's natural, it's free, and it works multiple muscle groups. But here's the reality check. For seniors over 60, walking has hidden challenges. First, there's the balance issue. As we age, our balance naturally declines. Studies show that 1 in 4 seniors falls each year, and many of these falls happen during walking. The fear of falling can actually stop you from exercising altogether. Second, joint stress is real. Every step you take puts pressure on your knees, hips, and ankles. If you already have arthritis or joint pain, walking can sometimes make things worse, not better. Third, weather dependency. It's raining, too hot, too cold, icy sidewalks. Suddenly, your exercise routine disappears for days or even weeks. Fourth, energy barriers. Some days, getting dressed, putting on shoes, and walking for 30 minutes feels like climbing Mount Everest. And when exercise feels that hard, we simply don't do it. Finally, space requirements. Not everyone has a safe neighborhood to walk in. Not everyone has access to parks or walking trails. This is where the chair exercise becomes a game changer. Meet your new best friend, seated, marching with upper body integration. So, what exactly is this miracle exercise? Let me break it down in the simplest way possible. Imagine sitting comfortably in a sturdy chair. Now imagine bringing your knees up one at a time like you're marching in place, but seated. At the same time, you're moving your arms in coordinated, purposeful ways. That's the basic idea. But here's why it's so much more than it sounds. This single exercise combines 4 different types of training into one movement. 1. Cardiovascular training gets your heart pumping and blood flowing. 2. Strength training builds muscle in your legs, core, and arms. 3. Coordination training improves the connection between your brain and body. 4. Core stability training strengthens the muscles that keep you upright and balanced. Think about it. Walking mainly gives you cardiovascular benefits and some leg strength. This chair exercise gives you all of that plus upper body work, core strengthening, and better coordination. It's like getting 4 exercises for the price of one. Why surgeons are recommending this. I mentioned that this exercise is surgeon approved, and you might be wondering why surgeons care about exercise at all. Here's the inside story. Orthopedic surgeons, the doctors who specialize in bones, joints, and muscles, see the consequences of poor fitness every single day. They perform knee replacements, hip replacements, and treat fractures from falls. And you know what they've discovered? The patients who recover fastest and avoid surgery longest are those who maintain muscle strength and coordination without putting excessive stress on their joints. This is exactly what seated marching does. From a medical perspective, here's why it works. Your hip flexors, the muscles that lift your knees, are some of the most important muscles for mobility. When these weaken, everything gets harder. Standing up, climbing stairs, even getting out of bed. Seated marching targets these muscles directly without the impact of walking. Your core muscles, the ones around your stomach and lower back, are what keep you stable and prevent falls. When you do seated marching correctly, you're constantly engaging these muscles to keep your posture upright. Your cardiovascular system needs regular stimulation to stay healthy. Seated marching, when done with proper intensity, elevates your heart rate just as effectively as walking, but without the fall risk. Your brain needs coordination challenges to stay sharp. The cross-body movement pattern, lifting opposite knee and arm, creates what scientists call bilateral coordination, which actually helps maintain cognitive function as we age. The science behind why it's better now. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of why this might actually be better than walking for many seniors. Reason number one, controlled environment. When you're sitting, you have complete control. There's no uneven pavement, no obstacles, no weather concerns. This means you can focus 100% on the quality of your movement and the intensity of your workout. You're not wasting mental energy worrying about where to step next or whether you'll trip. Reason number two, customizable intensity. With walking, your intensity is somewhat fixed. You can walk faster or slower, but there's a limit. With seated marching, you can easily adjust intensity by changing your speed, lifting your knees higher, adding arm movements, holding light weights, or increasing your duration. This means the exercise grows with you as you get stronger. Reason number three, zero impact. This is huge. Walking creates impact with every step. About 1.5 times your body weight lands on each foot with every stride. Over a 30-minute walk, that's thousands of impacts. Seated marching, zero. Your joints get all the movement benefits without any of the pounding. Reason number four, better posture training. When you walk, especially if you're tired or have poor habits, it's easy to slouch or lean forward. Seated marching forces you to sit upright, engaging your core and maintaining good posture throughout the entire exercise. This translates to better posture in your daily life. Reason number five, immediate accessibility. The moment you decide to exercise, you can start. No shoes required, no going outside, no travel time, just sit down and begin. This removes one of the biggest barriers to consistent exercise, the hassle factor. Reason number six, safety first. This is perhaps the most important point. If you have balance issues, if you're recovering from an injury, if you have vertigo or dizziness, if you're afraid of falling, seated marching gives you all the benefits of movement with virtually zero risk. You literally cannot fall because you're already sitting. How to do it, the step-by-step guide. All right, let's get practical. Here's exactly how to perform seated marching with upper body integration. Setup, find a sturdy chair without wheels. Kitchen chairs or dining room chairs work perfectly. Sit toward the front half of the seat, not all the way back. Plant your feet flat on the floor, about hip width apart. Sit up tall, shoulders back, chest open. The basic movement. Lift your right knee up toward your chest as high as comfortable. Aim for a 90-degree angle if possible. As you lift your right knee, swing your left arm forward like you're marching. Lower your right leg back down and immediately lift your left knee while swinging your right arm forward. Continue alternating in a smooth, rhythmic pattern. The rhythm. Start slowly. Count. Right, left, right, left. Aim for about one lift per second to start. As you get comfortable, you can speed up to create a marching rhythm. Duration. Begin with just 2 to 3 minutes. Yes, that's right, just 2 to 3 minutes. This is harder than it looks. As you build strength and endurance, work your way up to 10 minutes, then 15, then 20. Eventually, a 20-30-minute session is a fantastic workout. Breathing. Don't hold your breath. Breathe naturally and steadily throughout the exercise. Try to exhale as you lift your knee and inhale as you lower it. Progression. Once you're comfortable with the basic version, try these variations to increase difficulty. Lift your knees higher, march faster, add small hand weights, 1 to 2 pounds to start. Extend your arms overhead as you march, or add a twist by bringing your elbow toward the opposite knee. Common mistakes to avoid. Even though this exercise seems simple, there are a few mistakes that can reduce its effectiveness or cause discomfort. Mistake number one, slouching. Keep that spine straight. Imagine a string pulling the top of your head toward the ceiling. If you slouch, you lose the core engagement and posture benefits. Mistake number two, holding your breath. Breathing is crucial for delivering oxygen to your muscles and keeping your heart rate stable. Keep breathing steadily. Mistake number three, Going too fast, too soon, quality over speed. It's better to do 5 minutes of controlled, proper marching than 15 minutes of sloppy, rapid movements. Mistake. Number 4, lifting knees. Too low, challenge yourself to lift those knees. If you're just barely lifting your feet off the ground, you're not getting the full benefit. Aim high, but only as high as comfortable. Mistake number 5, forgetting the arms. The upper body integration is what makes this exercise special. Don't let your arms just hang there. Swing them purposefully. Real results, what to expect. So, what can you actually expect if you do this exercise regularly? Let me paint a realistic picture. Week 1 to 2, you might feel tired quickly, and that's normal. You're waking up muscles that may have been dormant. You might feel some muscle soreness, the good kind, in your hip flexors, abs, and possibly your shoulders. Week 3 to 4, you'll notice you can march longer without getting winded. Standing up from chairs might feel easier. You might have more energy throughout the day. Month 2, your balance in daily activities should improve. Getting dressed while standing might feel more stable. Your posture is probably better without you even thinking about it. Month 3 and beyond, many people report feeling stronger overall, having better endurance for daily activities, sleeping better, and feeling more confident in their movements. Some even find that other aches and pains have decreased because their core is stronger and supporting their body better. The walking comparison, when to do each now, I don't want you to think this is an either or situation. The truth is, both exercises have their place. Here's when to choose each. Choose seated marching. When weather is bad, you have balance concerns, joint pain is flaring up, you're short on time, you're recovering from illness or injury. You want to watch TV or listen to a podcast while exercising. You're just starting an exercise routine after being sedentary. Choose walking when weather is beautiful. You want fresh air and nature. You feel strong and stable. You want to socialize with walking partners. You need to clear your mind. You want to explore your neighborhood. Best of all, do both. Many successful seniors do seated marching on some days and walking on others. They're not competing, they're complementing each other. Your action plan, starting tomorrow. Here's your simple plan to get started. Week 1, do 3 minutes of seated marching every morning after breakfast. Just 3 minutes. Set a timer. Week 2, increase to 5 minutes, still once per day. Week 3, try 5 minutes twice per day, morning and evening. Week 4, increase to 8 minutes per session, twice per day. Continue progressing slowly, adding 1 to 2 minutes per week until you reach 20-30 minutes per session. Here's what you need to remember. Exercise doesn't have to be complicated, expensive, or risky to be effective. This simple chair exercise gives you a powerful, safe, and convenient way to maintain and improve your fitness after 60. Is it better than walking? For some people, in some situations, absolutely. For others, it's an excellent alternative or complement to walking. The real magic is that it removes barriers, weather, balance concerns, joint pain, access to safe walking areas, that keep many seniors from exercising consistently. And consistency, my friend, is what actually matters. The best exercise isn't the one that's theoretically perfect, it's the one you'll actually do day after day, week after week. So, tomorrow morning, before you even get dressed, sit in a sturdy chair and march for just 3 minutes. That's all I'm asking. 3 minutes to try something that might change how you feel every single day. Your body is incredibly adaptable even after 60, 70, or 80 years. Give it the right stimulus, safe, consistent, progressive movement, and it will respond. Your future self will thank you. Now, what are you waiting for? Your chair is calling.